going on, man? This is Terrell Bennett, co-founder of Forex Executives, man, and this is part 2 of the Fears of Forex series. All right, so the first series we talked about the fear of losing. All right, and in this series, well, this video we're gonna talk about the fear of being wrong. All right, so the fear of being wrong is something special to me, because I feel like everybody goes through this fear. No one wants to be wrong. Like, even if you like looking into, if you look at it like, you know, in a relationship, you know what I'm saying, and you and your girl arguing, like, you don't want to admit when you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? Even when you are wrong, you don't want to admit it. So with Forex, you have to be comfortable with being wrong. You have to understand that you can't control the market. Like, that's the biggest thing. Like, you can't control the market. And the market is going to do whatever the market is going to do regardless of how you feel. Period. Okay? So, like, with me, like, how it affected me as a trader. So I'm pretty sure, you know, everybody been in a situation where we place a trade, we like, oh yeah, this is the one that's gonna go. Like, this it right here. Yeah, I got 4 or 5 confluences, everything kind of lining up. Yeah, this is the one right here. And we place the trade, you know, the trade may go on to profit, you know, maybe 10, 20, 30 pips. And then it retrace, right? It retrace, and then, you know, now we down 20 pips. And let's say we got our stop loss back 50 pips, all right? And, you know, now we down 30 pips, you know, and then 40, and it's getting close to that stop loss. And instead of us just taking that L and saying, you know what, I'm wrong on this one, man. What do? We push, you know what, I'm gonna push my stop loss back. You know, I'm gonna give myself a little bit of room. I'm gonna push it back 20, 30 more pips, give myself a little bit of room. You know, eventually this thing gonna turn around and go my way. And then it gets close to that. You know, now we down our original 50 pips, and now we down an extra 10, so we down 60 pips. We got our stop loss back 80 pips now, and it's creeping towards that 80 pip stop loss, and we like, man, you know what, I know this thing gonna turn around, man. I know it's gonna turn around. Let me put it back a little bit more, just give it a little bit more room. And then it gets to the point where the pain from us just looking at the market go against us and go against us and go against us, to the point where, you know, it gets to that point where you have to make a decision. Man, you know what, I'm gonna just scrap the trade, man, fuck it, I'm gonna just close it. And you close the trade, and then once you close it, you like, man, how did I not see this? Like, why did I do that? Like, I'm trying to short this, I'm trying to sell it, and it's making, you know, higher highs and higher lows. How did I miss that? And, you know, that's that type of that paralysis, you know, to where you can't move, you just stuck like in this moment, and you just you praying and you hoping that the trade is going to eventually turn around, and it don't. If you put your stop loss back originally 30 pips, man, let that shit stop you out. Or if you see it being a bad trade, clip it. Period. All right, you have to understand, like, we don't want to be wrong, you know, and you have to train your mind to accept being wrong, and it is perfectly fine. You're not going to be 100% right every time. No one is. The best traders, no one is right 100% of the time. Period. There's no one telling you that. If somebody say, I know exactly what the market going to do, they fucking full of shit, man. No one knows what the market is going to do. We can speculate. We can predict what the market is going to do, but no one knows exactly what the market is going to do. Period. All right, so what was able to help me get over this fear of being wrong was I just had to accept it. I had to accept the fact that I am going to be wrong. I am not going to be right on 100% of the time. I'm not going to be right. Now, out of 10 times, can I be right 5? Yeah. Can I be right 6? Yeah. I had to accept the fact that being wrong is a part of trading. And just because you're wrong doesn't mean that you're a bad trader. It just means you're fucking wrong. Period. Like, that's it. It just means that you're wrong. And once that trade hits your stop loss and take you out, okay, I was wrong. Let me reevaluate what I did wrong. What did I see? What could I have done better in this situation? But I always try to put myself in high probability situations, right? to win the trade. Right? And that's all it is. I had to accept the fact that if I did all my due diligence, if I did everything that I could possibly do to put myself in a winning situation when it comes to this trade, and if it turns out to be a loser, or if I turn out to be wrong on this idea, I'm okay with that because I did everything that I could possibly do to win this trade or to be right on this trade. All right, so just accept the fact that you're going to be wrong in this market. Everyone is wrong from time to time, period. You have to really accept it because that's the only way you'll be able to get over this fear of being wrong. Understand that you cannot control the market, period. All right? You will never be able to control the market. All you can do is control yourself. All right? So if you focus on yourself, then I promise you, you'll get over this fear, man. Just accept the fact that you're going to be wrong and understand that it's okay. It's okay to be wrong. All right? But no, if you wrong, then the next time you could potentially be right. Just always stick to your plan. Stick to your trading plan. That's it. Just stick to your trading plan. Understand that being wrong is a part of the game. You have to train your brain to accept that. And it may take some time, but you always have to say, all I said to myself every single day was, I can't control the market. All I can do is control myself. I can't control the market. All I can do is control myself. I'm not going to be right every single time. And that's fine. As long as your risk management is on point, man, you ain't going to worry about being wrong. You can be wrong 5 times in a row. But that one time you right, will recoup everything that you lost and possibly put you ahead. All right? So just accept the fact that you're going to be wrong. It's a part of the game. And, take every trade, one trade at a time. Stick to the script. Stick to your trading plan. And I promise you'll get over this fear, man. All right, until next time, let's get it.